Welcome, welcome back to this podcast. This is Unfiltered Forex Season 2. And in this episode, I will talk about emotionless trading. So I know this is a common problem with most beginner traders. And if you're listening to this, probably you have this problem or you have ever had this problem at some point in your trading. So let me get to it. If you want to trade without the influence of emotions, like if you find yourself exiting a trade too soon or getting into trades out of impulse, well, it's clear you just need a plan. You need rules and you need a plan. So those are two things: a trading plan, a clearly defined trading plan, and rules that prevent you from making those mistakes. So before you get to having a good trading plan, before you get to having these clear rules defined, you first need a journal. You need to write down what you're doing in the market. If you can't write down what you're doing in the market, it's obvious you are gambling, and that is wrong. So rules are usually formed from experiences. Like if you look at your journal and you notice you have this trend of exiting your trades too soon, right? You have looked at your journal and you have seen that's the most common problem you have. You're going to set a rule to prevent that. If you look at your journal and you see um, during the London session, that's when you make the most trading mistakes, or during the New York session, that's when you make the most mistakes because there's usually a lot of volatility. Or if you look at your journal and you see during news events, that's when you're making the most mistakes. If you look at your journal and see that, then that's what's going to tell you you need to set a rule that prevents you from being in the market at this time, or a rule that prevents you from trading at this time to avoid having the effect of emotions on your trading. There's also something called analysis paralysis. This is where you have done your analysis and you're just not confident. Yeah, you have done your analysis but you are afraid of getting in, and then you do, and later again the trade ends up being a very good one, but you didn't make the entry, and then another trade comes. Now this time your analysis paralysis has suddenly disappeared and you decide to make an entry and the trade doesn't go your way. So to prevent that, if you look at your journal, if you document your moves, look at your journal and see, hmm, these trades that I usually avoid end up being very good. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to take all trades, regardless of how I think I am feeling about it. I'm just going to trade it. Take the entry and wait for the outcome. It should be mechanical, like if you already have a trading system, if you already have an edge, if you already know what you're doing in the markets, so you have a setup. I don't think there's any way you cannot be confident in your own system. So if you're still in that testing stage, you really have to if you're still in that testing stage, you really have to take all these trades and make sure your trading system works, make sure your trading system is thorough, and yeah, you're not going to have that problem of analysis paralysis in your trading, of course, because you have tested your system, you are confident in it, and yeah, it's going to just fade away. Something else you need to do, I know I have mentioned this earlier, but I need to say this again. You need to start simple. You need to make mistakes. Mistakes are very important. That's where you will learn from. You will not learn from some random guy online. You will not learn from your mentor. You will not learn from other traders on how to tackle your emotions. You need to do the thing. You need to start and you need to make mistakes. So you can set rules that you have seen for yourself are going to help you avoid making those mistakes. Start simple. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's a problem to repeat them. That's not good. So if you once you make those mistakes and you see a trend and recognize a pattern, that's when now you start setting rules slowly by slowly. You don't need to start at the end. No, you don't need to start with something clearly defined. Just start handling one problem at a time. Over a period of like 6 months, you have developed like four trading rules. Out of analyzing your own mistakes, you have developed four trading rules that you can follow easily without breaking them, because you have seen the repercussions. You have already seen the repercussions, and your brain has been rewired to automatically follow the rules. So yeah, that's it. Also, I believe I mentioned this earlier, and I have to talk about it again. It's about having an edge. Having an edge in the markets, like something, an edge is a clearly defined approach, something that you have seen, something that a characteristic of the market that you have identified and you can take advantage of in the best way that you know how to. So that's an edge. If you have an edge, automatically you will be confident in your edge more than you will be confident in a trading system from some other guy you met somewhere. So have your own edge and work on it. And this problem of trading emotional stuff, your emotions will always be there. So the thing here you're trying to do is not to nullify them. No, the thing you're trying to do here is to remain calm. All right, losses, profits, of course they have an effect in your mind, of course they do. But if you want to completely eliminate how these emotions you have end up being translated into your trading performance, just remain calm. All right, it's not about hiding your fear, it's not about hiding your excitement, it's about being calm. Like either it's a big loss or a big win. Okay, you shouldn't have big losses, but if you have losses or wins, you just remain calm. Don't get too excited. Don't get too discouraged when the losses start coming. Just remain calm. You have a system, you know your system works. And if you are still testing your system, just take the data. Take the data, analyze your mistakes, analyze what you could have done better. Just approach this in a mechanical way and not in an emotional way. Yeah, approach this in a mechanical way. Do a lot of data analysis on your journal, on your moves, see where you're going wrong. Automatically, you will be more calm when you're making these decisions than you would have been in the past. So, yeah, I think that's it for this episode. I hope you learned something new, and that's it. Have a great day.